Hey guys, what's going on? Starters Blatt here. Today I'm going to be talking about camo and view range. But before I do that, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe, because this is my first ever World of Tanks Blitz video. I'm going to be doing mostly low tier tank reviews, tier 6 and below, and tactics and guides. So if you have any specific videos you want to see or any questions, just make sure you leave it down in the comments, and I will be answering them and looking at those. So, all tanks in World of Tanks have a view range, and that view range is how far away you can see enemy tanks. For the VK2801 that I have here, the view range on it is 275 meters, which means that I would be able to see enemy tanks when they became to within 275 meters of me. Except that's not exactly how that it works, because all tanks also have a camo rating. And what the camo rating does is it basically interferes with the view range. So I'm not going to be seeing enemy tanks when they're 275 meters away from me. I'm going to be seeing enemy tanks more when they're like 200 meters away from me, because their camo makes it so that I have to be closer to them to see them. Now, most of the time, when we're trying to find enemy tanks, we would prefer to stay hidden, but find them. That way our team can attack them, but their team cannot attack us. Most of the time, that's not going to happen if you're out in the open with an enemy tank, because your view ranges are pretty similar. So, you both see each other, and then you both get beat up by your teams. So there are some things you can do to improve your camo so that doesn't happen. One of the things you can do is you can hide in bushes that are scattered throughout the maps. What this does is it brings up your camo rating so that they have to be closer to see you. And when you do that, you see them, and then they get the little light bulb, and they typically don't keep going, or else they're going to get beat up. Another thing you can do is you can buy camouflage for your tank. You just go in there and you buy camo, and on this tank, it brings up my camo rating by 3%. So it makes it harder for the enemy team to see me. This isn't nearly as effective as the bushes, though, although it will help when you are in the bushes. A lot of people don't buy camo, and it's a very important thing that they should be doing, so make sure you're always buying camo. So, now here's some gameplay that I'm showing you spotting. Now, I just spotted my helper, and he's 115 meters away from me. I got the light bulb, so that means that he spotted me too. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm doing something called resetting my camo, which it's basically where you get out of their direct line of sight, and you just wait for about 10 seconds, and you can see that he disappeared. So that means that he can't see me anymore, and I can't see him. So that's something that you also need to be bringing into your gameplay, because it's another very important thing. When you're spotted, you need to just sit back and reset your camo so that the enemy team can't see you, and then you can move around without worrying about getting shot. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm going to show you how bushes affect your camo. You know how just back there we both spotted each other. I'm hiding behind the bush now, so he's going to come down this area right here where my aiming reticle is, and there he is, and he is 108 meters away from me. I haven't gotten the light bulb yet, so I can see him, but he cannot see me, which means that my team can shoot him, but he can't shoot me. Now, something that decreases your camo rating is when you fire. Like I just fired there. I was still behind the bush, but I still got spotted, because when you fire, it brings down your camo rating, and so yeah, he spotted me. Now, I just reset my camo, and I'm pulling back forward so I can spot him again, and there he is. So, in order to be able to fire and not get spotted, you pull back until the bush is, you can't see through it, like I just did there, and then you can fire without worrying about getting spotted. Now, something you can do to see if an enemy is in a bush is you can fire into that bush. Because when you fire into that bush, and if you get spotted, then that means that they're there and you need to be careful. Because my helper there, he just shot me, and then he got spotted. I didn't, but he did. But then he knows that I'm in that bush, so he can be careful and he can come closer and try to spot me. One other thing before we go to actual gameplay. The camo that I was showing you in the last clip, that's the light tank camo. Another thing, if you're not using a light tank, that can decrease your camo value is moving. So, in this clip, I'm in an M4 Sherman, and my assistant is asking me which way to go. This is a medium tank, so it has medium tank camo, meaning in order to have the most effective camo you can, you have to be sitting still. So, here, I'm sitting still in this bush, and because of the ridge, he's actually not going to pop up until he's only about 80 meters in front of me. So, he pops up right there, and we both get spotted because he's so close to me. The reason he was able to get so close to me is because he didn't have a direct line of... I didn't have a direct line of sight to him, so I couldn't see him until he was that close. So, right there, I'm just trying to reset my camo and try again with the movement. At this point, he told me to go over to his side because he had an idea. Because I got spotted there again. And I wasn't even moving. Here I was too close to him. So, here he told me to go over towards his spawn and to sit in the bush. So, that's what I'm going to do here in just a second, as soon as he tells me that. And after I show you this, I'm going to show some actual gameplay. So, he just told me to go to his base. So, I'm going there right now. Now, this is actually, the M4 is a really good tank, and I'm going to be doing a review on it probably within a couple weeks. So, I come up into his base, and I go behind a bush. At this point, he hadn't disappeared yet because we still had a direct line of sight. So, now I'm here sitting in the bush, and I'm waiting for him to pop. He pops there, and he's about 150 meters away from me. He cannot see me, but I can see him. So he's coming a little bit closer. At this point, he still hasn't seen me. And here, I'm going to start moving. And as soon as I start moving, he's going to spot me. And my timing is off. I'm sorry, guys. See, and I start wiggling back and forth, and there's the light bulb. So you have to be careful about that too. If you're in a medium tank, then you need to make sure if you're spotting that you're holding still, or else you will be spotted. So in this clip, I decide that I'm going to go the medium route to spot, because this is an RU-251, it's a light tank, that's what you do. But I get a little bit of a surprise, and it really illustrates the fact that even if you go against the exact same tank that you're driving, it can have better camo and view range than you. So, I start heading off to the left, and my team decides to follow me. I go to the standard spot and hide in the bush. And I find a... what was it, a T-44, I believe? T-44 Mod 1, and, oh, what's that? Oh, that's the RU-251. So, just something you need to be careful of is, like, as soon as you see the light bulb, pull back, especially if you don't see anybody. In this case, I saw the light bulb as I got shot, but I pulled back right after because I knew that their team could see me, and there's probably people who are going to be shooting me soon that I couldn't see, and I didn't want any of that. Enough of this clip. We lose this match. It doesn't go well, so I'm just going to move on to the next clip. In this clip, I do a much better job of spotting. So it's on Winter Malvinique or however you say that. Again, it's in the RU-251. And we have only 2 heavies, so I decide I'm going to go to the right side of the map, the light and medium side of the map, and go up onto one of those little spotting hills and see how many enemy tanks I can find. This time it works a lot better than in the last clip. I don't get nailed as soon as I pull into the bush. I pull up into the spotting mound, whatever you want to call it, and oh, there's the T-49. I wasn't spotted, so I stayed up there. If I'd been spotted, I would have pulled down because I didn't really want to get hit. And there's the 2 LTTBs. That's all the spotting I got this match. The AMX got 1 more. So that LTTB pulled over and I got spotted, so I pulled down off that mount. They killed the LTTB. Both the LTTBs did a bad job. This is something you never should do. They both overextended themselves. They pushed up on us, and they didn't have the support of their team. So they got destroyed, and when they died, they left the T-49 off by itself. So we all sort of just rushed the T-49 and killed him. After that, we had taken out all their medium and light tanks. So, oh, that was a nice drift right there. I decided to go up to the other side and see if I could spot them. My team finds them, so I pull up, put a shot into the AMX. He pulls back out of range of my team, but I haven't been spotted yet, so he doesn't know I'm there, and I get the kill shot on him. After that, I decide to flank around the back of the remaining 3 tanks. They shouldn't be expecting me because I'm not spotted. I try to get a shot into the Tiger, but he's behind some rocks. So I pull up over the ridge, and there's the RIS, and there's their AT-15, who I was not expecting. So he kind of surprised me. I decided I was going to try to circle him, but I bounced a shot because AT-15s are super bouncy. After that, I kind of just ignored him and went for the Tiger. I took a lot of damage because of that, because he started putting AG right down my back. I pulled out of range of him, helped go for the IS. I could have got a Pool's medal this match, but somebody else killed the AT-15. So I was a little disappointed about that, but oh well. 4 kills was pretty good. I only got around 1,000 damage, but still overall a good match. This last match that I'm going to show you shows how important resetting your camo is, and one way to tell how your camo is reset. So we have a lot of heavies this match and only 2 mediums and lights. So I decided it'd be a better idea to go left. And instead of going far left with all the heavies, I decided that I'm going to go to the middle part of the map where there's some nice bushes for spotting. And our brilliant Leopard PTA decides that he is going to go to the far right of the map all by himself. And he pays for that. I pull up to the spotting mound. The OPTA spots the waffle tractor. I get spotted. I pull back. And our Leo just keeps going right through the enemy team. And he comes up and sits on the hill, but he's still not using cover, which is something you always need to be doing, using cover, especially when you're a Leo PTA. You don't have much armor. So I'm just trying to get shots in. I'm kind of in a dangerous situation because I just got spotted there. Most of the enemy team is right there and can see me and would love to shoot me because I'm a really soft target. Especially those big TDs. The Waffle Tractor and that T-54 really want to shoot me. So I'm kind of just pulling back and forth behind this rock outcropping, just waiting for help from my team or for a chance that I can get away. And then all of the tanks disappear. When all the tanks disappear, that means your camo is reset because you can no longer see them, and they can no longer see you. So I got over to the next rock just in time. You could see a shot just whiz past the back of my tank. I'm going to replay that real fast. I was actually really lucky to dodge this shot. I was pulling up to the rock as fast as I could, hoping I would just dodge it. And you can see the shell just whiz over the back of my tank. And I don't know how he missed that shot, but I was really lucky, and it was all because of the camo. And there it goes. Anyway, dodging that shell got my heart beating really fast, but then I decided that it would be a good time to leave because my teammate needed help. That Tiger 2 was in trouble, and I was going to get pushed on pretty soon. So I pulled down here to help the Tiger. Get a nice little jump there. Pull up to help their E75, but he's already got it covered. So I'm pulling around the corner. I'm going to be really careful because I don't really want to get shot again. I don't want to get hit. I bounced the shot, unfortunately. I should have aimed in or used heat. And I'm just wiggling back and forth here, waiting for the shot. I put a shot in. Just wiggling back and forth, trying to dodge a shot, waiting for I see him shoot, pull up, kill their tank destroyer. I see their other tank destroyer over there, and I don't really want to get in his way because he can get through me for a lot. So I'm just putting in shots. I get hit by him anyway. So I know that he's fired. I try to fire again. Again, I should have scoped in and just made sure I got the shot in. I miss another shot. At this point, I've pushed up. I'm in between the enemy tanks. I'm pulling up. I don't want to get shot by this guy either. He's not looking at me. I pull up, get the shot on him. He turns around, starts looking at me. I'm pulling back down the hill. He pulls down. I bounce a shot off of him. He pushes down on me. I'm getting kind of scared. And unfortunately, my teammate takes him. So I pull back up the hill. I can still spot it at this point, but I'm just going to push down on them because there's only 2 left and they're going to win the match anyway. I missed the shot there. I could have gotten that kill. I get it anyway, and then I get the last kill. So that was a good game. Some good use of camo, some close calls, but it was a good game. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe for more videos, and like this video if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you all